This thing belongs in my Pajero and got a bad oil smell to it. Real bad. First thing you gotta do, I gotta replace the vinyl. Take off these 4 screws. Now when you come to sell a car, if it's got a bad oil smell, you're not going to sell it. Right. Okay. Now, once you take this off, you can see this is a vinyl on the side. Alright, you're going to take off that vinyl. Then you're going to re-put it back on. Now this is good properly. Let me check that all the photos are good. Yeah. Need a new razor blade. Other side it comes into. That's just a matter of starting off with hard. Really put them on real good. Okay, starting to come off. The glue on these is very strong. You gotta screw that up for 1 second. Once you reach that far, you just get the razor and just keep cutting into it. Bend it outwards. Because that's PVC glue, that's all that is. There's nothing special. I'm going to show you what you're doing here. You just got to get that first bit undone. It's pretty hard because of the PVC plastic. Keep your hand far away from this. Okay. There's no screws in there, it's just PVC plastic. Let's just get into this. See what it is. I'll just get a chisel. Just stop there for a second. Now, quite shockingly, I've tried almost everything to take the stuff off, and I found the only way, probably a wire wheel. I'm using an angle grinder very lightly, make sure all power points out of the way. And I find that's the only thing that works. I got to get rid of this oil smell out of the car. It gives me a headache. See where the joint is? You gotta be careful not to get too close, otherwise you break that joint. You gotta be careful this joint, right? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take off what I can and the rest with sandpaper. I don't know any other way of doing it. The oil smell is gone. Okay, after grinding, we got off whatever we can. Now we got to go with the wire wheel to take off the majority. Okay, no need to record. You can see this is coming out really good. Stop recording now. Okay, after I've taken all the rubbish off, I've just got some 40 grit sandpaper. A real quick. Gonna have a nice clean surface. Yeah. Never forget the edges. Always forget the edges. Right, clean them up real good. Now, I'll stop recording now. You don't need to watch me do all this. You got better things to do with your life. Okay, what I'm going to do now, this is fast contact adhesive. This stuff you got to know how to, it's clean enough. I mean, so it doesn't have to be fantastic for this stuff. Alright. All you do is you put it in and you brush it on. Make sure you get every. Sorry, I gotta. What you do with the contact adhesive is you brush it on. Alright. Brush it on really good. In the middle of so many projects. Make sure you especially get the corners, always the corners. Just remember, the corners, always first. Just brush the stuff on really good. Some of the work shirt. Right, brush it on. Right, keep going. Brush it on. Make sure you get the edges, they're the most important, the edges. Come over here. It's cheaper to buy the tin than the spray. I know some YouTubers buy the spray, I don't. It's all turning tacky. That's the important thing with this. You don't put it on until it's nice and dry. And when it's dry, you bang it on. I'll explain it later to you. Same. When you're using contact adhesive, you have to do both surfaces. Now, what I do now is the same. Take this, get the corners really good. And that's the soft side, yeah. This takes longer. See this, brush it on. Let it dry. If you put it together when it's wet, it'll never dry. Over here, see it. Over here, we need to put a bit more on. Over here too. That's just a $2 brush from Bunnings. Yeah, there's the lid. You know, you feel it? It's dry. Now we come over here. Still wet. You gotta wait till both surfaces dry. Give it about 5 minutes. Best thing to do is to put it on. This is dry. Now what we're going to do now, I'll just put it flat on the ground, would be the best way to do it. Just put it over here. See how far we can go down. It's limited with this camera. Okay. I'll put this down flat. Right. Now notice this is dry now. Alright. Dry. Okay, what I do then is I put it straight over the top. Now, focused. I can't find my hammer. Okay, what I do now, I check that it's slapping over everything. Over here needs to go a bit more. Teeny weeny bit more. And what you do then is you get that piece of wood. I can't find my hammer. You gotta go every square inch of it, so glue's tight. Yep. Hitting it to each other now. Shoes are repaired the same. They're all around the edges. Make sure you get around the edges. Okay. Now what we've done is there. See, that's solid now, that won't come undone. All pressed in good. What we do now is get a razor blade and cut around the edges. Let's put this camera here. Ooh. Nice it to fall. Okay, now all we do now, we come to the edges, just cut right along. You have to wait for the glue to dry before you put PVC glue on. Then you gotta whack it together. Yeah, okay, over here. and tight. See? That is on solid. You won't take it off. It's starting to rain. Doesn't matter, it'll only be 5 minutes. Leave that to dry in the shed overnight. Over here, same thing. Okay. Pepper. Lift it over. Again, as before, just come right along the edges. I don't have always the tools I want, and I can't find them. And my son, he's autistic, he plays with all my tools, and it's horrible too, he can hurt himself, you know what I mean? When you have an autistic child, that's life. I'm going to come right along here, nice and neat. The whole piece is $17. Straight down. Okay, this is the finished result. Alright. What I will do is I will give it a few more whacks just to make sure the glue is on there hard. That's a bit over the border. We'll just get rid of that a bit over here. Right, there you go. Folds nicely. Okay. Let's give it a few more whacks just to make sure that I'll just put this over here. Make sure the glue is set properly. And let's go down a bit. Remember, the two surfaces have to be dry when you use a contact adhesive. Once they are dry, then you stick the two surfaces together and you bang them. You gotta force the glue into each other. I don't have the facilities that a boat maker has or Upholster has, but hey, it's the same result. Okay, last bit. You gotta feel. Aha, there it is there. Get rid of that. Let's get over here. That just fakes off, doesn't matter. Nothing's gonna stick to that anymore. That's on there solid, it won't move. Better quality than what you get from the factory anyway. Where's that razor blade gone again? Okay, I'll do this real quickly. See, you can feel there, just cut. Right, cut. Get rid of that bit there. That's where the latch goes on. Right. Okay, see there, you just cut right along there to the end. Right along there to the end. Right along there. Over here, right along here to the end. Yeah. Right along there, all the way to the edge. Yeah, there. That needs a bit more cut. More has to come off. Sorry. Let me just record that. Now this is where the handle is. It's cut right along there, all the way across. Right, and along there. And along there. Right, feel the edge there, just cut right along the edge. Feel the edge there, right along the edge. Right. Now let's get that piece. That goes right here. Take a bit more of this off. Too well. See that? See, it won't come off, not easily. It won't come off. Once it's fully dry, you'll never get it off. Ever. Remember, the two surfaces have to be dried. This will go in there, so. Let's do it. Over here. Get rid of that. Oh. Okay, get rid of that there. Okay, I have to take this out of the rain because it's not fully dry yet. It won't even affect it. It's actually won't harm it at all. But there you go. We got rid of the metal. That'll go in there. Like that. You see that there? Like factory. All I do is put the 4 screws in. Whammo. Okay, I've got to stop.